Hi friends, it's Kari. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to day number 3 in my Lawn Fawn week. Today we're going to be using this stamp set called Sweet Friends, and it is an adorable stamp set that has all kinds of images with sweets and ice cream and that you can create for any type of birthday card or friendship card or even Valentine's Day. So I'm going to start off with my coloring here. I stamped out 4 different images or 4 images of the frozen yogurt cup. And I've got all of the markers that I'm going to be using my images here listed below on the video there. And I'm going to start out with my yellows. I've got Y13, Y19, and then I'm going to move on to the pinks, which is our V11 and then RV14. Then the blues, BG11, BG13, and then the violets, the violet 15, are the V15 and V17. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cool grays to the cup itself. So this is another video. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I kind of lost some footage of the video process to my card. Well, this also happened to this card too. And so instead of recreating what I initially made, which you will see at the end of the video, I'm just making a different version with just the same supplies that I used initially. And just kind of give you a different look at the overall design. So that's what I'm recreating. I did the exact same coloring. I just didn't, and you'll see it whenever all the images come together. It's a totally different card than what I originally made, but I will share with you at the end of the video the original card that I did make. So hopefully whenever you come back for tomorrow's video is going to be day number 4, and I'm going to be doing the giveaway video, and then we'll explain to you guys what prizes I'm going to be giving away and so in order to help kick off this week and also make it a little bit more fun for you guys. I know that y'all are always so supportive of me and my channel, and I just wanted to give back, so I'm able to do that. And so that's why I wanted to make a separate video talking about the giveaways. So I'm just kind of creating these little frozen yogurt cups here, and I'm not doing anything fancy with the coloring at all. I'm simply laying down the color. I'm not adding any shading or anything like that. The only, I guess, additional coloring or shading that I'm going to be doing is going to be on the cups itself, because I really want to create that round appearance of the cup. So, and you'll see that here in just a moment. But literally, I am just laying down the color and making this very, very simple. So, I wanted these colors to be really bright and beautiful and just kind of pastel-y and spring-like. So, and it just, that's what I think I achieved with these colors. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this week so far and all the tutorials that I have done. Like I mentioned a couple of videos back, I have been really enjoying doing the haul videos for you guys, but it seems like I never get to use the supplies themselves on video because I do work full-time, and so the only time I really get a lot of dedicated time to create any type of cards or anything like that is during the weekends, and the weekends are very limited, obviously. So you want to obviously spend some time with family and friends if you want, or obviously I've got just regular life things too, like laundry and all that good stuff. But but my passion obviously is to be in my craft room and create cards and hopefully make a video at the same time. So that's the whole premise and purpose behind this entire week. So that's why I wanted to put in a lot of work into it and a lot of love, and hopefully y'all feel that. So I'm just going to finish up coloring up these little cups of yogurt here, and then I'm going to take the coordinating dies and die cut them out. And then once I have that done, I'm going to stamp down the little bitty faces that are in the stamp set, and I wanted to use all 4. So I'm going to stamp each little face on each little cup here. And I just love the one with the little tongue sticking out. That's my favorite. So it's just so playful. I love these little faces, and obviously you can use them with or without the faces, but I like how you can make them a little bit more playful if you add the little faces to them. So I'm going to stamp down, continue to stamp down these little faces in my black ink. And then I also stamped down set of the arms and legs, and I've also die cut that out with the coordinating die. And I'm going to add the little legs to the yellow one, and you'll see whenever as I start to put together this card that it just adds a little extra something into the design. Before I assemble anything, I wanted to add just a little bit of a rosy cheek to each of these little faces, and then make sure I also colored in that little bit of a opening of the little tongue there too. So now I'm going to add those little legs and arms there to that yellow one, and just take my liquid glue to do that. And then what we're going to do is kind of off camera, I went ahead and die cut several pieces of the Gotta Have Gingham 6x6 papers, and just kind of put them with the coordinating colors that I have here. I've got also some Lawn Fawn inks that kind of go with the overall color scheme that I've got going. And I'm going to be using the Owens ABCs. This is a set that's been out for quite some time, but again, it's one of those stamp sets that I just have not had the chance to use yet. So I am going to go ahead and use this one for my sentiment on the front of my card here. So I'm going to spell out sweet, and then I've got the little friend sentiment that comes in the same stamp set, not Owens, but the Sweet Friend stamp set. I'm going to stamp that sentiment right beside it. So I am going to make sure that you can kind of see that I've kind of stamping off to the side there. Since I have not used this stamp set before, I want to make sure that the ink is not pulling up on my stamp, and that I make sure that I'm getting a really good impression onto my sentiment here, and make sure that it's good and smooth. I like stamping with these inks. You just got to make sure that you're getting a good coverage on your stamp, especially if they're new. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm spelling out the word sweet with these different colors here. And it's just so happy. It's like really nice springtime colors, I think. So I'm going to finish up, and I'm going to stamp this last letter down. And then I'm going to get that. I'm going to make sure that before I stamp down the friend sentiment, I've got to make sure that I remove that little pencil line that I created earlier. I just wanted to make sure that I was getting my since I was stamping one letter at a time, it's a good idea to have some kind of a guideline to stamp down a sentiment onto. Sometimes I can't eyeball it, but I just didn't want to take a chance. So I went ahead and erased that. And it was very light to begin with. I didn't want it to, you could probably see it on camera here, but I just wanted to make sure that I got that off my card before I stamped down the other sentiment. So now all we got to do is assemble our pieces onto our card base or card front here. And all I got to do is just add some liquid glue to each one and then adhere them to the card base. And this doesn't take any time at all. It really just takes just a few moments. I think overall this card took me probably about, I'd say probably a good 30-45 minutes maybe. Not too long. Of course I had all the coloring to do and the die cutting. So, and that takes a little bit of the time, most of the time right there is the die cutting and the coloring. So, but overall it's not too bad for a card. So I would love to be able to know how long it takes for you guys to make a card. Are you one of these types that it takes you a long time, or you think you can, are you one of those ones that you can pretty much throw a card together in no time at all? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to add all these pieces onto my card front here. And then we're going to add this whole entire thing to my A2 size card here. This is a top fold A2 size card. Again, that liquid glue comes in handy. So I'm going to add that to the card panel here and get that onto the card base. And then we're going to work on the sentiment on the inside. So I thought really to continue on with the sentiment, it's going to say sweet friend. And on the inside, it's going to say, you are the sprinkles on my froyo. So instead of adding sprinkles or anything on the actual yogurt, I was going to add the sprinkles on the inside of the card. So that's what I'm going to do here. Just stamping all the colors that I used for obviously the coloring and the stamping of the sentiment. I'm going to take each of those colors and add some sprinkles on the inside, just kind of like in a big cluster here. And I'm going to start out with 2 of each color, but then as I move on, once I get all the colors, I can go on from there to see if I need to add more, you know, stamping around. So that's what I did. I just added one more stamping of each color, and that kind of rounded out everything before I stamped down my sentiment. So I've assembled the sentiment now, and I'm going to stamp that down in the extreme black ink. So I will show you the end result there here just a moment of that first card. You can see I added some shine and shimmer to that. So I'll show you that here in a moment. But I wanted to show you the very first card that I did make that I lost the footage of. And I did make a pivot pop-up card. I hated that I lost the footage of this, but I did want to make sure that you saw this card in its entirety. But this is the card that we did make today, and it's just another version of it. You can see all that shine and shimmer of the glitter that I added to that, and it just adds that little something to the card design. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope y'all are having a good time watching each of my videos this week. Be sure to come back for day number 4 for the giveaway video, and I will tell you all about that once it comes about tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all tomorrow.